All right, guys, it is coming up on 6:45, and hope everybody is doing well over in the great state of Mississippi. And we currently have a brand new tornado warning out of the National Weather Service down in New Orleans. And this tornado warning is for Walthall and Pike counties down here in South Mississippi, in between Macomb and Columbia, Mississippi, down here along the 95 corridor, 98 corridor, and this is just on the outskirts of Tylertown, Mississippi. And so this is going to go in between Vaults and Mesa, just off towards the west of Tylertown, Mississippi, along the 98 corridor. And this, like I said, is in between Macomb, Columbia, and Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Now, this is the only tornado warning that we have on the board right now, but it is a pretty strong one, as we currently have radar indicated. The tornado is right now close to Tylertown, Mississippi, which is down here around the 98 corridor. And this thing is going to stay on the western extent of Tylertown. But if you were out here towards the Mesa area or Rushing, Mississippi, along the 48 corridor or the 583, you need to be in your safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. We've got a possible tornado that is just off to the west of Tylertown, Mississippi, along Old Highway 98 as well. And so this is going to be really close out here, like I said, towards the area of Horseshoe Road East and the 48 corridor. Now, once again, this is for Pike and Walthall County in very South Mississippi. Now, let me also show you, let me go back over here to the radar. And this is the only storm of concern that we have. Now, we've got other storms in progress across Mississippi, down here from Natchez to Brookhaven to Macomb. And all of these are packing a punch, but none of them are severe right now. We've also got heavy rain that is falling up here in between the Ridgeland area and Forest, Mississippi, and Canton, Mississippi as well. However, the one warning that we currently have on the board right now is going to be for the Pike and Walthall County until 7:30 for that storm a little bit further off to the south of this radar image right here. That is for Tylertown, Mississippi. And this storm has had a history of producing tornadoes back here when it was near the area of Tangahapola, I guess that's how you say it, down there in Louisiana. And this storm has come on across and is now sitting here near Tylertown, Mississippi. And I do note that we have a current debris ball or a donut hole, which very well could indicate that we could have something down with this. However, the good news is I'm not seeing anything on the correlation coefficient that would indicate that this thing is on the ground. But once again, there is your tornado in between Mesa and Rushing down here along the 98 corridor. And this is, like I said, in between Macomb, Mississippi and Columbia, Mississippi. Let me go ahead and show you. There is Macomb. There is Columbia, Mississippi. There is Tylertown. And there is the western extent of the tornado polygon that does come through the western portions and the northwestern portions of Tylertown, Mississippi. And that is going to be the area I've circled of your possible tornado. and it is moving off towards the 27 corridor. Next up in line would be the Sartenville area, and then a little bit further off to the north, if it holds together, it's going to be the Monticello, Mississippi area along the Highway 84 corridor, somewhere in between Monticello and Prentice, Mississippi, just off towards the northwest of Bassfield. But we will cross that bridge a little bit later on. But once again, we have continuing a tornado warning that includes Tylertown, Mesa, Vaunts, and then, of course, you've got the area of Salem and Sartonville down here in Walthall County. And this storm is strictly in Walthall County right now. And this is going to be crossing the 98 corridor right now, really close to the Rushing Rayburn Road area, also near Mesa, Craft Road, and Rushing, Mississippi. And also, if you were on the western extent of Beulah Avenue, down here in South Mississippi, you need to be in your safe place right now. Also, the Paul Pittman Memorial Airport, you need to be in your safe place right now. If I call out any of these roads that you see here, the Mesa Walkers Bridge Road area, also near the Tylertown Mesa Road, Moss Road, or St. Paul Road, you need to be in your safe place right now because this is going to be the area that the tornado is coming over right now. And this thing is really tight coming towards the Tylertown, Mississippi area. And like I said, this is along the 98 corridor in between Macomb and Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And the good news is I'm not seeing anything that would indicate that we have a debris ball or anything that would indicate that this thing is down on the ground, which is good. And I do want to also mention that this is the only storm of concern on the board that we have an active warning on in the state of Mississippi. We've got other storms in progress over here south of Natchez, Mississippi, back over here along the 24 corridor just south of Macomb, Mississippi. And this one was tornado warned earlier, but that hasn't been allowed to expire. You've also got other areas of moderate to heavy rain that is from Brookhaven over to Monticello. And those areas are seeing moderate to heavy rain right now, especially along the 84 corridor from Brookhaven over to Monticello, Mississippi, and then stretching over towards the Prentice area and then Collins. But the reason that I'm here, once again, is because of the tornado warning that is now on the northwestern side of Tylertown, Mississippi, coming up here towards Mesa, and then getting over here towards the Salem area as well as the Sartonville area in Walthall County. So if you were in Pike County, Mississippi, I can give you guys the all clear because this storm is basically going to stay in Walthall County right now. And this is going to be just off towards the north and west of the Tylertown, Mississippi area. And like I said, that is the only storm of concern. Now we've got, like I said, other storms in progress across South Mississippi. You've got some over here south of Natchez and southwest of Macomb, but none of those are tornado warned right now. You've got an area of rotation that is tightening back up southwest of Macomb. You've got the area of rotation that is northwest of Tylertown. And then you've got this other one up here, this lead one that is coming south of the Monticello, Mississippi area as well. And this is on the border of Walthall. And so once again, we got a tornado warning that includes the area of Walthall and Pike counties. But I did want to update the Weather Service in New Orleans has canceled the tornado warning for Pike County because this thing is out of Pike County. This storm is also 12 miles west of Kokomo, which is also in Walthall County, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So that is what we have ongoing right now there in Walthall County, Mississippi. And this tornado warning goes until 7:30. So we've got three areas of rotation right now that are, well, we've got four actually. I just noticed that one north of Monticello. We've got this one that is north of Monticello, in between Monticello and McGee, that is about to cross up near the New Hebron area. You've got a second one down here that is north of Sartonville along the 27 corridor. And then, of course, you've got this other one that is really tight near the and just north of Tylertown. And then you've got this fourth one that is broadening out, but it's still there southwest of Macomb. And let me look at the correlation coefficient. Wonderful news. I'm not seeing anything that is down with this, but that is extremely tight display on radar on the velocity data there. That is very tight north of Tylertown. And if you guys are in Tylertown right now, I want to give you guys probably another 3 or 4 minutes before I give you guys the all clear because this thing is very tight and wrapping up near the area of Salem along the 27 corridor and the 583 as well. So next up for the tornado warning there in Walthall County, Mississippi is going to be Sartonville. And then the next big area is going to be the Monticello, Mississippi area along the 84 corridor. Those are the next big places that this is going to go through. Like I said, this is in between Macomb, Mississippi and Columbia, Mississippi, moving away from both of those areas. Let me put this into motion for you. And as you can see, it is directly south of the Monticello, Mississippi area as well. But we've also got to watch this lead circulation that is crossing and paralleling the 27 corridor, about to cross into Monticello here very, very soon. And then you've got that other one over there that is southwest of Macomb. But like I said, with every radar scan, that one is broadening out. It was very tight back here where the cursor is. And now that it's come towards the northeast, it is broadened out, but it is still there. But there is no doubt that the strongest one that is on the board right now Okay. So the Storm Prediction Center is thinking about a watch possible for North Mississippi for the possibility of a few isolated tornadoes. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one as well. So once again, the reason that I'm here is we have a tornado warning that continues now until 7:30 for 34 more minutes for Walthall County in Mississippi, north of Tylertown and between Tylertown and Sartonville along the 27 corridor. And if you guys are in Tylertown, I can give you guys the all clear from this tornado warning. So it has moved on from Tylertown and it is sitting right now near the Salem community in Walthall County, Mississippi. And if you are near Kelly Crawford Road or the old Holmesville Road area, you need to be in your safe place right now. Also, the area of Salem or Millis, Mississippi. This thing is really wrapping up over your area right now. Once again, the good news is I'm not seeing anything that would indicate that this thing is on the ground. Portions of Jefferson. Okay, Weather Service up in Jackson is issuing a special weather statement for Jefferson, Franklin, and Adams counties in Mississippi for winds in excess of 50 miles per hour. So the warning continues until 7:30 for Walthall County in Mississippi. And like I said, the good news is I'm not seeing anything that would indicate this thing is on the ground, which is great news because this thing is very tight on the velocity data. All right, let me look at this from another vantage point. Okay, we have storms in progress right now near Greenwood and Grenada, Mississippi. And those are the ones that they are warning about with a Boeing segment that could potentially become a tornado based later on this afternoon, or this evening, and overnight. Good news is I'm not seeing anything that would indicate that this thing is on the ground, and no rotation that I can see in North Mississippi, which is good. All right. We got showers and thunderstorms in progress from Carthage, Mississippi, all the way down to Forest along the 20 corridor. And then you've got this other batch of storms that is down here from basically Natchez and Brookhaven all the way down into Prairieville and Hammond, Louisiana. And all of this is slowly progressing towards the north and towards the east as well with time. Now, the front itself is going to be lined up just west of Baton Rouge. So once we get the initial line of storms through your area, the back half, your severe weather threat will be over. But for right now, basically anybody in the Jackson, Mississippi metro area and places to the north and south, you guys are still under the gun for the potential of isolated tornadoes through 11 p.m. tonight, because that is when the watch box goes out for you guys. But once again, as you can see, one warning in the state of Mississippi, and that one warning is going to be this one down here for Walthall County, Mississippi, for 29 more minutes until 7:30, and that is for a tornado that at that time was 12 miles west of Kokomo, and it looks like it is about to push through the Sartonville, Mississippi area. And let me go back to New Orleans, because that is the better vantage point for us. It is in between Sartonville and Salem, Mississippi right now along the 27 corridor. And it's not as tight as it once was down here closer to Tylertown, but it's still there. And so it is still a pretty tightly compacted couplet, but it's not as tight as it once was. And hopefully that is a trend that will continue. And once again, I'm not seeing anything that would throw up a red flag of a potential debris ball, which is good. If you were near the Salem area along the 27 corridor or near the Sartonville area, you need to be in your safe place right now. This will not impact Columbia. This will not impact Macomb, Mississippi. This is going to be a storm that is going to go from Sartonville, and then next up will possibly be either Monticello, Mississippi, or Prentice, Mississippi, along the 84 corridor. Those guys are up next. This will not impact Columbia. This will not impact Bassfield. This will not impact Summerall, and this definitely will not impact Hattiesburg. And it looks like that the lead circulation has been choked off north of Monticello, which is great. Let me see if there's anything else. All right, so this is from Jackson. And the only thing that I'm seeing that would warrant a tornado warning would be this one that is currently warned for in Sartonville, near Salem. Still got a little bit of rotation southwest of Macomb, but it's not much. And that's it. We've just got this one storm that is out here by itself, west of Columbia, north of Tylertown now, east of Macomb. Okay. Update of the tornado warning. New Orleans continues tornado warning and radar indicator for Walthall County until 7:30. This tornado was located over Salem, or 9 miles northwest of Kokomo, moving north at 35 miles per hour. So they are going to continue the tornado warning until 7:30. And I do note that there was a little bit of rotation with this storm that is in Pike County. Little bit of rotation right in here. So we're going to need to watch that one as well. And basically, any of these storms that are by themselves, like this one down here west of Hammond, this one about to cross into Mississippi near Macomb, Mississippi. You need to watch these. But basically, those are the only ones that. Now, I do know that we got a tornado warning back here south of Natchez, Mississippi. And we're going to have to keep our eye on that as well. But that is on the actual cold front itself. So that one would be the last push. And not much. I would say that that's more straight line winds with that one. Okay, so let's go back to our active warning right now in Mississippi, because that one is active for Louisiana. Got a little bit of something suspicious now south of Natchez with that storm right there. Gonna have to watch it as it comes up towards the area of Fayette and Brookhaven. But anyway, one more time while I'm here, we've got an active tornado warning that is over the Salem, Mississippi area, about to push into the Sartonville area along the 27 corridor. And the velocity is not as tight as it once was. It's still there. It is still a good signature, but it's not as tight as it once was. Down here just off towards the west of Salem. So it looks like it is broadening out a little bit. Okay, the tornado warning. All right, so National Weather Service in Jackson has continued the active tornado warning. All right. Jackson is continuing the tornado warning. And this new warning will include Monticello and Prentiss, Mississippi, until 8:15. So this is for Jefferson Davis, Lawrence, and Marion counties in Mississippi until 8:15. Tornado-producing storm was located over Salem, or 10 miles northwest of Kokomo, moving to the north at 30. All right, so Prentiss is right there. Okay. Okay. All right, so there's your times of arrival from the actual tornado itself. If you were in Silver Creek along the 84 corridor, you've got about 42 minutes right now. If you were in Startonville, it's going to be there in about 2 minutes. Tilton, Mississippi in 18 minutes. Arm at 28 minutes. Lucas in 48 minutes, and Silver Creek in 48 minutes as well. Wilkinson, Mississippi. All right, where's this? All right, let me back this out because we currently have let's see. All right, so we got a tornado warning for Monticello and Prentiss, Mississippi. That storm right there that is sitting over Startonville. We have another tornado, a severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. That includes the southwestern portions of Mississippi, south of Natchez. And that warning goes for 62 more minutes. And it does include a tornado possible. So things are heating up in South Mississippi as we go through the rest of the evening. I don't like that look on from Jackson. It's muddy. So I'm going to go back to New Orleans, and there is your possible tornado that is sitting on the Walthall, Jefferson Davis County line. And let me look. Okay, New Orleans has issued another tornado warning that includes the Hammond, Louisiana area until 8 o'clock. All right, so let me, because that one is going to be in the path of Mississippi. So let me back out and let's take a look at the storm. So there, of course, is your brand new tornado warning that if it stayed on that track, it would take the same path closer to Tylertown, Mississippi, and come up through Kentwood and would be a little bit closer between Macomb and Tylertown. So if you guys are down here in the southernmost portion of Mississippi, near the Louisiana border, you need to be in your safe place right now, and you need to watch the storms that are off there to the south. Oh, right. All right, so if you are down here in Amite, Pike, or Walthall County in Mississippi, you need to watch the storm that is northwest of Hammond, Louisiana. Also, if you are in Lawrence or Jefferson Davis counties, that is going to be the area that is coming up on right now with the possible tornado that is sitting on the county line between Walthall, Marion, Lawrence, and Jefferson Davis counties. This is going to be for this area that is right here, moving off towards the north and towards the east. Next up in line would be the Tilton community, and then it would be the area of Arm, and then eventually getting up here towards the Prentice, Mississippi area along the 84 corridor if it holds together. Now, I will tell you that this is not as tight as it once was. So that is good news. So to reset the situation, we currently have a tornado warning that is for Walthall County until 7:30, and that storm is about to move into portions of Jefferson Davis, Lawrence, and Marion counties in Mississippi. Now, I do want to mention if you are in Jefferson Davis County, this will not impact you in Columbia, Mississippi. This will not impact you if you are in Monticello, Mississippi. This will, however, impact you if you are near Prentice and Silver Creek, Mississippi. But the actual city seat and the city town of Monticello is not underneath the tornado warning polygon. It is just off towards your east. And so if you are near Silver Creek or Prentice, you need to be in your safe place. If you are near Bassfield, this is going to be a little bit north of you. You're not in the polygon as well. So once again, tornado warning has been allowed to expire in Walthall County. So we're down to one active tornado warning, and that is for Jefferson Davis, Lawrence, and Marion counties in Mississippi. And this is until 8:15 for a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Sartonville, moving northwest. Moving north at 30 miles per hour. And so this is going to be putting it close to the area of Prentice within about 30 minutes from now. So that is the only storm of concern other than this other tornado warning that is back on its heels south of Macomb and just off towards the northwest of Hammond, Mississippi. Now let's take a look. Okay. All right, Jackson has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. All right, Jackson has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. That includes Adams County in Mississippi. And there it is. This does include Natchez, Mississippi. And this is for winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Good news is No signs of rotation, just extremely heavy wind will be coming through Natchez right now. There's no signs of an actual tornado. And if you were in Natchez, Mississippi, you guys are underneath the severe thunderstorm warning for winds in excess of 60 miles per hour until 8:30. We've also got a severe thunderstorm warning that includes Wilkinson County in Mississippi, and that is the one off to the south there. And it has a tornado possible. And then we got the one tornado warning that is over here for Jefferson Davis, Marion, and Lawrence counties in Mississippi. And so that is the only storm that is showing signs of rotation right now in the state of Mississippi. And as you can see, there are more storms off to the south. And if that is the case, and if that trend continues, then it may actually choke off the storm to the north. If you want to see these storms produce, you want to see them out by themselves. And if this stuff down here merges with this, it would choke off that thunderstorm. The reason that you're not seeing any tornado warnings with any of this over here in Natchez is because it's out, it's together, and it's not out there by itself like this one storm was when it was down here near Tylertown. And so this storm right here, north of Hammond, Louisiana, with all this rain building in near Macomb, Mississippi, that may also choke off that storm because it is moving into an area that has already had rain-cooled air. So hopefully this storm will weaken, and that storm will weaken as this batch of rain gets ahead of the storm to the south and chokes off the inflow to the storm that is up here near the area of Sartonville in Mississippi. So hopefully this trend will continue and we will transition into a heavy rain threat. But for right now, oh man, right now we've currently got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in Mississippi, in southwestern and western Mississippi. And we've got 1 tornado warning west and northwest of Hattiesburg. And we've got another tornado warning that's north of Hammond, Louisiana. And a lot of heavy rain. Now, North Mississippi, you got a severe thunderstorm warning. I do see that. That is coming towards the Oxford, Mississippi area. I just did see that. I was focused on everything to the south. This one is going to be a hail-producing storm near the city of Oxford, Mississippi. And we're going to need to keep our eyes on these. For the possibility of isolated tornadoes. But right now, it does look like that this is going to be a straight line wind event that is coming into Oxford right now. I do want to apologize for not pointing that one out, as I was focused on South Mississippi and didn't catch that that one was in effect for Oxford. Got something going on here north of Grenada, Mississippi. Going to need to keep our eyes on that one as well. Not seeing anything suspicious in central Mississippi right now, which is good news. You got a batch of... All right, let's go back to the south because we've got an update on that tornado warning to the south. They are canceling the warning for Marion County. It has moved out of Marion County. However, they continue it for Jefferson Davis and Lawrence County until 8:15. And this tornado was located over Tilton, moving northeast at 30. So if you're in Marion County, I can go ahead and give you guys the all clear because it has moved out of your county. So there's the new updated warning. And this thing is heading and making a beeline for Prentiss, Mississippi. So if you're in Prentiss, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. Let me track this. Let me see. Actually, it's going to split and go in between Monticello and Prentiss, Mississippi. Based off of what I am seeing, it is going to take a track closer to Silver Creek, like that. Moving northeast at 30. So your new estimated time of arrivals is Silver Creek in about 29 minutes. Arm in about 15 minutes, which is the white dot right there. And then Lucas in 29 minutes as well. So let me take that off. You've still got an active tornado warning north of Hammond, Louisiana, but that one is looking kind of meh right now. It does not look impressive as it once did. And that is great news. It's not looking as good as it once did over the area of Tilton either. It was very, very tight when it was down here near Taylorsville or Tylertown and Sartonville. However, this is very broad rotation. And if this trend continues, I would expect the Weather Service in Jackson to cancel or expire this tornado warning. But for right now, I still want you guys in your safe place if you are up here towards the Robinwood Arm or Silver Creek area right now along the 84 corridor. And 84 runs from Brookhaven all the way over to Laurel, Mississippi. All right, so this is going to be crossing into Silver Creek in about 27 minutes from now. This is crossing and paralleling the 43 corridor, which basically runs from Tilton, Mississippi up to Silver Creek and Prentiss. And let me look at this again from Jackson. There's just not much there, which is good. We want it to stay like that. Let me see. Nope. Not seeing anything down with this, which is good. All right. So that's encouraging. You've got copious amounts of rain in the delta of Mississippi all the way down to Natchez, Mississippi along the Mississippi River. You've got strong thunderstorms that are near Grenada, Mississippi, north of there. You've got a severe thunderstorm warning for a large hail and damaging winds in excess of 60 that is over Oxford, Mississippi right now. You've got storms in progress between Tupelo and Pontotoc down to Grenada. You've got showers and storms in progress from Starkville down to the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. And then you've got a batch of more heavier rain south of Jackson all the way down to Macomb with embedded supercell thunderstorms that have the potential to produce tornadoes. But I'm not. Okay, so New Orleans is keeping the tornado warning to the south. And there's been no update from Jackson. No update from Jackson in 8 minutes, which is good. And once again, that is very broad rotation that is sitting along the 587 corridor in between Tilton and Robinwood, Mississippi, down here in in Lawrence County, Mississippi. All right, so we've got all right, so your possible tornado is going to be sitting paralleling the 43 corridor going from Tilton, Mississippi up through Silver Creek and about to cross the 84 corridor within a matter of minutes. And so there, of course, is what's left of your couplet south of Monticello, Mississippi. And let me look. All right, so what you guys are looking at is a possible tornado down here in South Mississippi for the areas of Lawrence and Jefferson Davis counties. And this warning goes until 8:15 for a possible tornado that is sitting over Arm, Mississippi, in between Arm and Robinwood, moving up towards the area of Silver Creek and Prentiss, Mississippi. And this is moving more towards the Silver Creek area as we speak. But Prentiss, Mississippi is in the polygon. So I do want you in your safe place right now. That is going to be area of rotation right there, south of Monticello, moving up towards Silver Creek. And if you were in Arm, Mississippi, and 6th Avenue, you need to be in your safe place right now. Also along the 43 corridor in Lawrence County. And like I said, that is the only active storm that is of concern in the state of Mississippi right now. And see, it is the storm, like I said earlier, is getting cut off by the rain to the south of it. So it's being engulfed in this batch of rain, and it's not by itself anymore. And that is the reason that we see a weakening trend in this one cell. And if that trend continues, I would expect the Weather Service to pull the cancellation of that warning. But for right now, it is still active for 36 more minutes. All right, Weather Service in New Orleans has issued a special marine warning, but we don't care about that. It does look like to me that all of this is becoming more of a heavy rain threat than a tornado threat. There's a lot of messiness and a lot of rain involved in this. And the more rain that there is, the less possibility that you're going to have for a tornado warning. Let me see. Let's see. That is just gone. That couplet is gone. It was very tight. and it's been very tight for a long time. The rain to the south, like I said, is choking it off. And so I would expect the Weather Service in Jackson to cancel that warning at any time. But I still want you in your safe place if you are near Silver Creek or along the 84 corridor in between Prentiss and Monticello, Mississippi. Last update on the tornado warning that we got was 7:31, which was almost 20 minutes ago now. Okay. Okay, so they are going to continue the tornado warning for Jefferson Davis and Lawrence County until 8:15. Radar indicated the storm is 22 miles northwest of Columbia, moving to the north at 30 miles per hour. All right, so they are going to continue it. So there's your new polygon. All right. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of Lawrence and Jefferson Davis counties. Including the following locations of Silver Creek. All right, and then it will move up towards the area of New Hebron. And then if it holds together, it will move towards the McGee, Mississippi area and keep on trucking. But let's hope that's not the case. So once again, tornado warning continues now. It has been dropped from Monticello, Mississippi. Also, Prentiss is no longer in the tornado warning as well. This thing is going to be crossing right smack dab in the middle between Prentiss and Monticello near a community of Silver Creek along the 84 corridor down here in Mississippi. And so if you are along the 84 corridor, you need to be in your safe place right now. Or along the 43 corridor because it is paralleling the 43 corridor in Mississippi. And that's it. I mean, we've got one storm that just will not behave itself. And all of the other storms are behaving right now, other than the two severe thunderstorm warnings back off towards the west. And of course, this one up here, that is near the Oxford, Mississippi area. Now, I do note from Holly Springs down to Oxford, we've got a batch of storms. And that area right there near the Potts Camp looks suspicious for straight line winds. But the good news is no signs of rotation near Oxford. All right. Let's see. Good news is not seeing anything that would indicate any kind of rotation from Jackson, Mississippi to the north. Just a lot of heavy rain up there in that area. Jackson to the south. Nope. I don't see anything that would warrant me to pull the trigger on a tornado warning other than that area right there that they've got warned in this area right there. Nothing else on the board piques my interest. This looks like straight line winds over here, just east of Natchez. Come on, Jackson. All right, so we've got the tornado warning continuing now for the area of Silver Creek, Mississippi, which is in Lawrence and Jefferson Davis counties in Mississippi until 8:15. But I'm just not seeing anything there. I mean, maybe a little bit right there close to the county line north of Arm. But, I mean, you know, this is going to be east of Monticello and west of Prentice. It was a lot nicer down here. Okay, Jackson is continuing the tornado watch for all of the counties until 11 p.m. So they are going to continue the tornado watch until 11. But I don't know why they are continuing this tornado warning. Because it does not need to be continued, in my opinion. I mean, this storm has completely been engulfed by rain to the south. And it is sitting right now over Silver Creek, Mississippi. So if you are in Silver Creek, you need to be in your safe place right now. All right, so the National Weather Service, Lawrence and Lincoln. All right, so for Monticello, Mississippi, the Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning that does include Lawrence and Lincoln counties in Mississippi. And this does include the Monticello, Mississippi area. Let me look. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, this includes the area of in and around Monticello, Mississippi, because between 2 and 3 inches of rain has fallen, and an additional 1 to 3 inches are possible in the warned area. And this goes until 10 o'clock tonight. So a flash flood warning has been issued for Monticello, Mississippi until 10 o'clock. But for areas because of 2 to 3 inches of rain that has fallen and an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain are possible. And so that is all right. I see your comments, Rob, on YouTube. Thank you for those. But we're dealing with tornado warnings and tornadoes down here in the south. So once again, they are going to continue the tornado watch until 11 p.m. For all the counties. And apparently they're going to continue this tornado warning until 8:15 for 21 more minutes. All right, there's all right, that area just popped up south of Brookhaven. And that one would track up here towards the Woolworth. Okay, let's see. All right, the reason that I was clapping is because you see the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. They are canceling the tornado warning for Jefferson Davis County. Now, I do want to also mention that the Weather Service in Jackson is posting a severe thunderstorm warning. You saw it right there. It is for Claiborne, Copa, Franklin, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties until 9 o'clock for winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. And this comes up to the border from Fayette, Mississippi, all the way up to just west of the I-55 corridor for winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This includes the western portions of the 84 corridor, basically going from Natchez all the way to Brookhaven. So that is the new warning that is for Claiborne, Copa, Franklin, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties in Mississippi. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire and has been canceled from Jackson. So, let's look briefly and see if there is anything else out there that they might pull a tornado warning on before I sign off. You've got a little bit of rotation that's popped up south of Brookhaven, and you've got this area that is northeast of Monticello, Mississippi. So we have no active tornado warnings in Mississippi. So guys, you know the drill. I'm going to sign off, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your evening. If another tornado warning is issued, I will be right back here on social media to provide long-form coverage. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday evening, and I